Mga kapuso, kasalukuyan po nagsasagawa ng isang press conference si DOE Secretary Jericho Petilla. Pakinggan po natin.
They are not online on the grid, but they are on island mode. Ibig sabihin, they are supplying the local area. But anytime now, they should be online. All the plants before the end of the day should be back online. Right now, as I speak right now, it's 70%. 70% of the grid is back to its original volume or capacity. Before the end of the day. Sabihin na lang natin that before maggabi. Okay? Before, yeah.
So, follow up naman yun ng 6 o'clock.
Mga ganyan, pwede nyo i-follow up. Okay. I think it'll...
Kasi kailangan makita natin kasi kung ulit-ulit to, dapat alam nyo na kung ano yung cause. At least the assumptions that you have.
I cannot make any conclusion right now until DOE and Transco na nandun ngayon will actually report back to me.
Ano yung initial na nakita nila?
We cannot say at this point. Okay? Because it's a trip, binalikan mo, nag-online uli. Actually, one of the plants na pina-online natin as of mga 7:30 a.m., pumasok siya, 9:20, nag-trip uli, 9:50, bumalik uli. It's running smoothly until now. So, we cannot really identify at this point until we actually see the reports of the various plants and GCP. Ang area ng covered ng ito'y initial report lang to ha. Wala pa akong written report nito eh. Initial area ng Pulangi 4. And that is actually wala siya sa Lanao. Okay, di ba? Pulangi is nasa I don't know the exact area, Bukidnon area.
Sir, so what does it indicate if it's in that area?
It does not indicate anything other than it started there. Okay, one of the plants started. There are many plants. So the indication is that if it's the plant, okay, probably there was a problem with the breaker of the plant. If it's the line, then it's the line along that area that started it. No, Pulangi power plant sa Pisang.
If you could restore power in areas and that means na walang break sa grid mismo, sa lines, power transmission lines.
There can be, but it's been fixed right away. It can be a trip, parang breaker nyo sa bahay. Okay, it will trip and then you reset it, then it's fine again. Pero why it trip, that will take some time to find out.
Yung sobrang quick lang ba yan? Isang biglaan or slowly yung pag-blackout sa...
Biglaan to sabay-sabay, no? Okay, ang report namin sabay-sabay bumagsak.
Yun yung 353 na...
Actually, initial report is that these are initial report because I don't have written reports at the moment. The Pulangi went down, then right after that, nagsunod-sunod lahat.
Parang yun nangyari sa Luzon.
Dati, sa May 8. That was in May 8. Right now, we don't know at this point.
Will you roll out sabotage?
I will not rule out anything. Okay, in nowadays you cannot really rule out anything, but we don't see any indication that there's a sabotage. And besides, why would you sabotage at 4 in the morning? Yun na nga, tulog pa tayo lahat eh. Okay, I mean it's not going to affect a lot of tulog pa yung tao eh.
But if you're blowing up a power line, then it's conducive if it's under cover of darkness.
Cover of darkness at 12 midnight, for example, in Mindanao, 12 midnight is already very late. It can be any time. So, I don't have a criminal mind, so I do not know what is the best time to sabotage.
Sir, kung ilang megawatts more or less lahat na?
Lahat. Okay, lahat.
That's...
Okay.
1,000.
1,100 to 1,200 between that figure, megawatts. Off-peak siya, so fully supplied siya.
So wala tayong supply
4 a.m.
from...
Pero ngayon, 70% up and running na tayo.
So,
72, actually may mga 700 megawatts.
The plants are up and running.
70% of the capacity, okay, is back online.
May percentage percentage na kayo kung ilang percent sa Mindanao, areas in Mindanao, fully restored?
Ilang?
Percent ang restored na?
70%.
Yun na rin.
Yeah.
Sir, ano yun? Yung mga important areas like Cagayan de Oro, Davao, are they energized?
Most of them are actually included in the energized sa 70%. But even before they were energized, sila lang ang may kuryente actually. When it went down at 4 a.m., may kuryente sila because they have embedded.
Pero ba't Davao yung pinapakita sa TV kanina na walang puro
Pero merong parts ng Davao because of the embedded na meron silang kuryente. Even Cagayan. Okay, pero it cannot cover kasi ang laki ng Davao eh. The franchise is about 300 megawatts or something like that, no? So it cannot really cover the entire, but they have embedded. They have partly energized sila during that time. And this includes Cagayan. Also, habang yung iba, brown out pa, yung siguro around 7 o'clock, SPPC, okay, the Southern Power, okay, which is actually in the Jensen area, okay, they ran, but they could not connect to the grid. So yung Jensen, may kuryente. Pero Jensen lang, di makalabas.
Kanya-kanyang ano.
Okay, actually, hindi embedded facility yan. That's part of the grid. Ano yan? NPC contracted yan.
Yeah.
That's,
Connected to the utility.
no, hindi siya direct correct. Okay, SPPC is actually part of the portfolio of PISAM. So is Western Mindanao in Zamboanga. So itong mga to, they supply power to the grid. Okay, hindi lang sa Jensen, but because they could not connect to the grid, they only supplied power to the local area. So ang Zamboanga at saka ang Jensen, power has been restored to them earlier, although unstable. Okay, but eventually, before the end of the day, all those two power plants will be connected to the grid before the end of the day.
Do you expect reports from the power generators in the other?
We expect reports from everybody concerned.
Within the day?
As soon as possible. Okay. No, I don't want them to be focusing on reports when the vital thing to do right now is restore power as soon as possible.
So were there any indications yesterday or hours before it happened?
No indication at all.
So you were surprised that it
We were all surprised.
So this is the first time na mayroong system-wide.
System-wide sa Mindanao, I could not remember the last time we had it. Okay, hindi ko na maalala. Okay, maybe 2002 or I don't know. Can't remember.
So is this an indication that the summertime, Mindanao is also facing the same?
I don't think it has something to do with the summertime or kasi wala pang demand eh. Okay, in fact, in Mindanao right now, usually February of last year, ano ba ngayon? February pa pala ngayon. Okay, February of last year, we had massive brownouts already, ranging from 4 to 6 hours a day. Around the same time last year. Now, we hardly have any brownouts. Actually, there is, but we're talking about specific areas and we're talking about 1 hour rotating brownout rather than 4 to 6 hours. So, sa ngayon, we may not have enough for Mindanao, but the curtailment is actually still very small. So, this cannot be compared to a summertime demand na ang curtailment natin is mga 200 megawatts. Ngayon, the curtailment is ilang megawatts? It's small. 16 megawatts, 20 megawatts. Yan ang deficit natin.
But sir, what would we be doing para hindi maulit ito on summer?
That's why the next phase, once we restore, is basically to identify or to find out what went wrong. Okay? And then, when you find out what went wrong, the third phase now is what measures will we put in to prevent this from happening again. We have to take this one step at a time. And the first step is restore.
Sir, di ba parang pupunta si Presidente sa Malaysia in a few hours asking people from Malaysia to invest in Mindanao and here you go, power shortage.
Yes.
Hindi na naman ba siya magagalit katulad ng isang araw na
You know, I can only speculate on the energy side. Okay? On the other sides, okay, that is... Okay.
It will affect.
Wala yung pa-consent.
Well, it all depends kung what caused the problem. Because if you don't, if you're going to say, okay, sige, I'll ask you na lang. Okay, when was the last time we had a Mindanao blackout? Walang nakakasagot eh. Hindi, walang nakakasagot at this time because early 2000. That's why I said 2002 to I can't remember that last time. It was a long time ago. Now, if this happens every week, then we have a problem. But if it happened, the last time it happened was 2002, if I'm a businessman, would I get worried? I don't think so. But I have to find out what caused the problem. I think the problem, ang problema ng Mindanao is not the Mindanao-wide blackout, which can be isolated and which can be fixed. It's more or less if you have supply, which has been our problem and which is now being addressed.
Nag-explain ka na ba ng malaking
No. Pero I reported already before the President left.
Ano sabi ni Presidente? Ano sabi ni Presidente?
Wala. Just keep me updated. Keep me posted.
Yung 45-day deadline. Copy.
And,
Sa letter talaga. Pag nawawala. Let's copy.
Hindi ko na alam kung, it's, the request is from other agencies, not from DOE. But sabi ko, para hindi na humaba to, kasi ang habol naman ng tao, everybody wants to find out what happened, etc. Ako isa lang eh. I think the bottom line is, kailan sila mailawan after all these problems. That's why I committed 45 days. Sinabi ko na, rather than we try to find out what happened, where, etc., lahat-lahat, first things first, 45 days natin to. I-restore natin to.
Wala na rin ito.
Do you want me to resign, Mirna? I think, can you air your sentiment?
Baka mausap ka na naman sa TV.
Kasi natural role ng
No, actually ganito ha, amongst all the problems to run, etc., ako lang umako nito para matapos na yung usapan. Okay, if I don't restore it in 45 days and the President feels that I have to go, then it will be his decision. But I am confident that it will be restored.
Ano pag-usapan niyo? Babayaran yung mga generator?
Saan? Okay. Yung kanina. Okay. Sandali lang. Pwede bang iba naman magtatanong? Puro na kay Mirna eh. But I will answer you later on. But I feel that others, can we have a moderator, May? Okay. Yung pinakahuli-huling magtatanong yan.
Sige. Yung sa supply lang, siguro rin, sir, ano bang assurance na ng supply, ng power supply nila?
Anong assurance ng power supply sa Mindanao?
Mga kapuso, yan po ang pahayag ni DOE Secretary Jerico Petilla sa isang press conference. Sinabi po niya na 70% ng kuryente na ibalik na po sa Mindanao at inaasahan na makukumpleto na or maibabalik ang 100% sa susunod na mga oras. Although sinabi rin niya na hanggang ngayon ay inaalam pa nila kung ano yung totoong sanhi ng pagkawala ng kuryente. Dahil sabi nga niya ay nagkaroon ng trip pero mga initial report pa lamang ito. So inaasahan niya na sa lalong madaling panahon ay maisusumin nila sa kanya ang written report.